Welcome to a very special edition of Brewed. This is the one where we look back at some of our favorite stops from way back in Season 3. You're going to hear about some of the most unique beer flavors ever. We're going to learn about how a local bakery is making beer the star of their show, and see how I learned the hard way, a question you should never ask a veteran brewer. And let's witness how an innocent interview turned into my new favorite drinking game, all on this episode of Brewed. We are back in Decorah. We are at Pulpit Rock, which is an amazing brewery in Decorah, right on the banks of the Upper Iowa River. And it's named Pulpit Rock for a landmass in Norway.
Yep.
Now, there is a Pulpit Rock in Decorah, but it's like a park or something, right?
Yeah, and a campground.
So I'm telling you this, so when you set your GPS, make sure you type in brewery, otherwise you're gonna end up at a campground. And I'm sure it's lovely, but this is a beer show, so we focus on the beer. You guys know we've been to plenty of breweries on this show. We've never been to a brewery where they have marshmallows hanging around.
It's
and
popular.
The marshmallows.
It's popular.
Never on this show have we seen this, because it's marshmallows and then there's boxes of Rice Krispies back there.
Yep.
You're doing a Rice Krispie sour?
Yeah. So inspired by the Rice Krispie treat. So the new trend in the industry is to make pastry beers. So we make a chocolate milk stout that we call Camper. And it's supposed to evoke the flavor of s'mores.
Okay.
So we have actual lactose, cocoa powder, cacao nibs, actual graham crackers, and marshmallows in the beer. We actually torch the marshmallows ourselves.
You torch the marshmallows before you put it in
Yeah.
When do you put that in the boil? Is it?
We steep it after the fact.
Okay. So
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. People go crazy.
So
I don't
you're
know.
getting the taste of one of the notes is not only a marshmallow, but a marshmallow that has that
Right.
burnt quality.
Yeah.
What are some of the craziest things that you've done here with beer? Because I think Fruit Loops and Rice Krispie treat sounds ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous like I can't wait to try it.
I don't know, either the berries or church salad or...
Yeah, for sure.
So...
Oh, tell me, church salad. Tell me about that, because you did that a couple of weeks ago and people went nuts for it.
So yeah, it's a marshmallow fluff inspired beer. The same sour base is what we use for like Pillow Talk, Peaches and Cream. So it's a lactose back sweetened sour. Then we aged it on marshmallows, coconut, pineapple, and walnuts.
So it tasted like one of those Jell-O molds at a church picnic.
It's supposed to, evoke that flavor of like,
Right.
who eats this? Like, what is this?
So my understanding was, what Whitney was telling me beforehand was, when you explained to people what it was, they all were like, well, I don't know about that. And then when they tried it, they were like, I'll have another glass of that.
Right. Yeah.
We are here at the Eastern Iowa Baking Company in Eldridge, and I know what you're saying. Has there been a format change? That's not a brewery. It's not. But this is all going to make sense, I promise you. Rhonda reached out and said, Dave, I am doing things with beer that you need to know about. And as a fan of your muffins and the baked goods that you make here, I thought, well, that is super intriguing. If we ever do a show about muffins, we'll be back here. If they ever do like a spin-off show, like Muffined. Is that a show? Can I pitch that? Anyone interested in watching a show about muffins? We'll stick to beer. The beer that you use in, you gotta be kidding me, in everything here?
Yes.
Beer is an ingredient in all of these things.
Yes.
So I'll ask the obvious question. Why put beer in food?
It's like, why put wine into your pasta sauce? It's another level of flavoring. It brings out different notes in what you're doing, and it's fun.
And it is fun. So different notes is what you're looking for. So then different beers would serve different purposes.
Yeah.
So you might use what kind of beer for this as opposed to this?
Okay, we have on the table, we have an amber ale, and then we also have a milk stout. And then we actually have on...
If I start crying, don't anybody judge me. You obviously are a fan of baked goods.
Yes.
And you're a fan of beer.
Yes.
And you grew up in Wisconsin.
I did.
So my guess is you acquired a taste for beer before you acquired a taste for baked goods.
I won't admit to how young I was when I started drinking beer. Yes.
Well, it's in Wisconsin. It's fine up there. There's no drinking age up there. Well, it all looks fantastic. You can get all of it here at the Eastern Iowa Baking Company in Eldridge. People can order this in advance. I imagine this is something like for the holidays people would want to have.
We will have this available during the holidays. Yeah.
So call ahead. Probably a good idea to call ahead
Please.
and say, I saw those delicious beer dishes and I'll take one of everything. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that's the smart play. Thanks so much for inviting us. Are we going to try some stuff?
Go for it.
Well, where do I even start?
I don't know. We'll get you a plate.
You at home, yell out to the television. Where should I start?
The ribs.
I heard
Or the soup.
The ribs? Ribs? Should I do the ribs first? Oh my gosh, this is like a pork.
And just dunk
got-
it into the barbecue sauce.
Again, this is a beer infused.
Just tiny touch of heat.
Okay. Here we go.
Isn't it?
It's so good. That's really good. Can they get the barbecue sauce here?
Yes.
And like, you can just get it by the jar here? Mm-hmm. Get this. Trust me, you get this. Can I try one of these?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm just gonna use my fingers. I'm sorry.
I should have put something to separate
I'm
them.
just gonna bottoms up on this one.
This one's the bourbon.
Oh, so there's a bourbon, the bourbon stout?
Stout, yes.
So this has got the barrel-aged bourbon
Bourbon
stout.
stout, yeah.
Yeah, no, your story checks out. That's what's in here for sure. Amazing stuff. Thanks so much for letting us come and sample it and hear more about it and learn what you're doing back here. It's just amazing stuff. Again, Eldridge, Eastern Iowa Baking Company. The beer-infused food. I mean, everything they make here is great, but we're especially partial to the beer-infused stuff. So, cheers. Never done that with a blondie before. Cheers.
You should stay tuned. More Brewed is coming right up.